And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay, this. You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be? You know, there's always problems in life. You know, there's this problem, solve that problem. But you know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah. And I love you guys. And let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will. So, and yeah, but I'm super fired up for the future. It's gonna be very exciting. As the president said, we're gonna have a golden age. It's gonna be fantastic. And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism, and this feeling like we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make it good. So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic. So thank you again, and yeah. I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Ba Rachahakodash, Kal Tapa Arath, Hawad, Wahaloyam Rawatham Yadla, Allahaya Nawa. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Ba Rachahakodash. And what I just said in the Lashwan Kodash being the ancient Paleo Hebrew, or in other words, the true biblical Hebrew for holy tongue or language. And what I just said is, all glory, honor, and praises abundantly and continuously to our power, Yahweh, the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly and incorrectly calls God, in the name of his only begotten Son, our Savior, our Messiah, our Deliverer, Yahushai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly and incorrectly calls Jesus Christ, in, or in other words, through the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and respect to the brothers teaching and pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth, to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, as well as the rest of the elect scattered abroad amongst the heathen nations to the four corners of the earth, east, north, south, and west. To you I say, Shalom. This is your brother Ra'aib Tazadakwa coming back at you again, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, with another lesson. Yahweh Ratazah is going to be edifying and encouraging to you, Achim, and any Achwaf that may be listening and or watching. And man, oh man, is a lot. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on, and of course, I am not even going to scratch the surface of the surface. Let alone scratch the surface. I'm not going to scratch the surface of the surface. There is so much going on, and so before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and give the fair use disclaimer. I froze it there because that right there, that look on Elon Musk, Kiki Maximus, or whatever he changed his name to, or, whatever he's using as a nickname or legal name. I don't know if he legally changed his name or not, whatever. But he said, call him Kiki Maximus or whatever it was. That look on his face, that's what inspired this lesson. The precepts just started coming. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have to go in on that tonight. Because as soon as I saw that, and I saw that look of pride. Now, if you'll notice, he mentioned he mentioned he just loves the I can't remember exactly how he said it, and I'm getting on the road right now. This is also in transit, so I'm not going to play it again. But he mentioned something about he loves that the American, which that's Babylonian, the American mindset, and he said of optimism, right? Take out optimism and put in pride. Okay, they even write songs about their pride. I'm proud to be an American, right? Where at least I know I'm free. Well, you got half of that, right? They are proud. They're extremely proud. They're the most proud of their brethren, right? As it is written in, I want to say, the book of Daniel, whose look was more stout than his fellows, right? Of all the Edomites are proud. They're the most proud people on the planet. But of the proud Edomites, the American Babylonian Edomites are the most proud of the proud, right? Okay, like the best of the best of the best, sir, right? Well, they're the most proud of the proud, right? So yeah, they're the most proud. What? So take out optimism and put in pride, and you see the look of pride on his face, right? He's dripping and oozing pride. You say, well, no, I don't think it was optimism. Why you want to call it pride? Because, hey, look, optimism is thinking, well, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I think things are gonna work out. I think things are gonna work out good. I think it's gonna turn out all right. What did he say? He said, we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make the future what we wanted. That is pride. That is great pride. That is tremendous pride. Okay? That is pride right there. That's not optimism. Optimism is like, okay, well, we're going to do what we got to do, and we're going to hope for the best, and in the end, I think it'll turn out all right. That's optimism. To say, hey, look, we going to make our future what we want it to be, and ain't nobody can say a goddamn thing about it. That's pride. I added the last part, but that's what he meant, right? I added that to drive the point home, but absolutely that's what he meant. And he meant that and more, right? So let me get his fair use disclaimer, because I just wanted to touch on that because there's so much going on, and I'm not just talking with Elon Musk and Trump or Kikius Maximus, whatever the hell his name is now, whatever. But with them, there's so much going on with them, and there's so much going on with all these prophecies that we're touching on. Not just me, but me and my brethren are touching on here in these last days of the last days. That's where we're at. We're in the very, very, very end of the last days, right? So fair use is allowed under U.S. law. Fair use is allowed under U.S. law for educational purposes. That's what I'm doing. Criticisms, what I'm doing. Commentary, that's what I'm doing. I'm not profiting from this in any way, shape, fashion, or form. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give, the originator of this material. This is just a clip he got himself, right? But I'm going to give credit to the originator of the material for this YouTube page. But fair use notice is given, fair use is allowed, fair use notice is given. I'm not profiting from this at all. This is educational commentary and criticism purposes only. The real meaning behind Elon Musk's quote-unquote salute to the MAGA sheeple, which, if you understand, MAGA is like one of the highest, I don't know the particulars about it, but it's like the highest or one of the highest levels of Satanism. When you go into the religion of Satanism, MAGA is like either the highest level or one of the highest levels, something like that. See, people don't understand what they do. Like I said, there's so much going on. Slovakia, right? And this is on the page entitled Hurting Humanity. Pretty good, kind of like quote unquote, I'm not gonna say that, right? But pretty good information going into the behind the scenes stuff that goes on. Let's call it that, right? So, and this isn't in transit. So Baba Kushar, bear with me. If there's any pauses, hesitations, or delays, you know why. This is an in transit, and I do appreciate your patience in that regard ahead of time, right? So there's so much going on, and so apparently this, what you see Elon Musk doing here, it looks very similar to the Zebra India, Hitler type of thing, right? But this is actually a Roman salute. This is actually a Roman salute. That's what it is. And this ties right in with what they've been throwing in your face here lately. They got this TikTok thing. TikTok got banned, but now it's partially back. I don't know if it's still the case. Maybe it's gone again. Who knows? Don't really matter. But they got this challenge going around where women are asking their men women are asking their men, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And apparently this is a big thing, right? And the question is, why would you ask anybody that? Well, because they're driving this point home to, they're shoving it in your face that they understand and know that America, Babylon the Great, is Rome 2.0, the capital city of the revived Roman Empire. And they are shoving that in everybody's face. That's the reason why this is being made, because otherwise it wouldn't be. That's the reason why this is being made to be a thing on TikTok, Twitter, or whatever, all these other social, YouTube, all these social media platforms. And they're in this video, later in this video, they played a clip of SNL, Saturday Night Live, and you got Jason Momoa and some other so-called wannabe celebrity I never heard of or seen, because I don't pay attention to pop culture quite like that anymore. But they are doing a whole skit around that. So they're making sure, and on their news and commentary shows, they're being sure to report on this trend. So they're making sure that they get it out in everybody's face that, hey, here in America, Babylon the Great, hey, a lot of guys are just thinking about Rome all goddamn day. They're thinking about ancient Rome. And so they show various clips of women asking their men, how often do they think about Rome? They even had an Israelite, all right, looked like a Southern Kingdom Israelite, and his woman asked him, and he's like, well, yeah, about maybe like 2-3 times a day. I was like, bullshit. I was like, no, he don't. No, he don't. If he do, damn, he is gone. He is gone. Right? But I don't think that's legit, man. I think they're setting that up. But the point is that the powers that be are putting that in everybody's face because they're flaunting that they know who they are. They are the ancient Romans. Okay, this is not hard to find. It's really, you're gonna look stupid if you try to dispute it. You're gonna look stupid. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes to look stupid, right? You can go ahead and try to dispute it if you want at this point. It's really well too late in the game to try to dispute this. Everybody understands, who's looked into it, studied it, who's done any bit of research, understands that the ancient Roman Empire was run by Caucasians. Weren't called Caucasians at the time because they hadn't yet been up into the Caucasus Mountains and then descended, right? But once they went up to the Caucasus Mountains from about 300 to 450 AD, that's when they went up to about 1300 to 1450 AD, thereabouts. That's when they were coming down, and then that's when they were called Caucasians because they came down from the Caucasus Mountains, right? But everybody understands the Roman Empire was the so-called Edomites. So-called Edomites. That's who they really are. The so-called white man, right? Everybody understands that, right? And so they're telling you, yeah, that's us. And we're back. Better than ever, Rome 2.0. And they are. And that's why I opened up with the Revelation, the 13th chapter, which is a very, very heavy chapter. And we're not going to get the whole thing, but there's a couple of points in there we're going to touch on because that ties directly into what you see Elon Musk doing here, and a lot of the other presidents have spoken about it. That's the trend, the TikTok trend. That's the SNL skit. That's the news clips. They're putting it in front of everybody's face. Hey, everybody here is thinking about Rome all the time. Why is that? Because they know that they are the ancient Romans back better than ever. Rome 2.0. This time, their kingdom, their empire is worldwide. And they know that, and they're putting it in everybody's face. That's why they're making a big thing of it. Even putting it on SNL, getting A-list actors like Jason Momoa, for action and stuff, not for drama, but for action and stuff. A-list actors, popular actors, to do skits on it, right? This is a Roman salute. Because they know that this is the revived Roman Empire. This is Rome all over again. They know that, and they're putting it in your face. Do you realize it? Right? So there's a lot going on. And that's not all. You have Trump, who just got inaugurated, what was it, yesterday? And you see here, he does not have his hand on the Bible. He does not have his hand on the Bible. Right? And even if he had his hand on the Bible, what hand do they put on the Bible? They put their left hand on the Bible, right? And what do they do with their right hand? Well, you see, Trump's doing that. He's got his right hand up, right? He's got his right hand up. But usually, what do? They put their left hand on the Bible and they have their right hand up. Hey, look, if the cops, catch you and what do they say? They say freeze, or they say put your hands up. You put your hands up, right? And what does it symbolize when you put your hands up? When you put your hands up, it symbolizes that I'm not doing anything you got to be concerned about. I'm not doing anything. You can see my hands. I'm not doing anything. So he has his right hand up, right hand inactive, right hand not doing nothing with that. But then he has what? His left hand's down. He about to get busy, right? And usually they will put their left hand on the scriptures, right? Usually they will put their left hand on the scriptures, showing you that they acknowledge that they are operating on the left-hand side in accordance with the scriptures. See? But right now, but see, the thing is, that's what they always done to this point. But see, the thing is that this man understands that in the scriptures, it talks about his downfall. So what's he trying to do? He's trying to circumvent the prophecies. So now here at the very end, because it really seems like Trump and his cabinet and all of them, Elon Musk, it really seems like Yahweh, he's the last one. That's the way they talk. They talk like there ain't gonna be no more presidents. That's the way they talk. So Yahweh, Lord willing, because if that's the case, then we are indeed as close as we think we are, right? And so here at the end, their intention is to circumvent the prophecies. So no left hand on the Bible this time, because they know that in the scriptures it speaks of their downfall. So now no left hand on the Bible this time. But look, all the way up until this point, they've had their left hand, showing you that their left hand is in play. They're in play on the left hand side, right? According to the scriptures, according to the script. According to what's written in the book, they are in play on the left-hand side. What about the right hand? Well, the right hand, you see my right hand's up. I ain't doing that with my right hand. My right hand is inactive. I got it up. See? That's what it is. That's why they put their left hand on the scriptures. But now here at the very end, Trump's like, I ain't putting my left hand on the scriptures because I know what's supposed to come next is our downfall, and we about to circumvent that. We about to circumnavigate that. We about to get around that. Okay, and that leads us to the first precept. Oh, I'm glad I did that because I didn't mean to do that. That leads us to the first precept, which is I'll get it in a second. But like I said, man, there's so much going on. So we're gonna have to go to Isaiah 47 next, right? So many enchantments, so much witchcraft, so much divination. And from what I understand, I don't keep up with President Trump and his pep rallies and celebrations like that. But from what I understand, every one of his pep rallies, celebrations, any type of celebratory meeting that Trump has, they always have these dudes right here, the modern day, up to date, new village people singing the YMCA song. Now, if you know anything about the YMCA song, you know that's a happy people song. You know that's an alphabet people song. But they do not have a celebration, from what I understand, and I've seen like clips and pictures of various different meetings, and Trump is funny, dude. He's funny. Trump is always doing that same ass goofy ass dance while these sweet tarts, Pop Tarts, do their YMCA song. Everybody knows what this song is about. So again, enchantments, they're putting it in your face. Hey man, ancient Rome, ancient Greece, why do they call it the Greco-Roman Empire? It wasn't a Greco-Roman Empire. Those are two separate empires. Why do they call it Greco-Roman Empire? Because it was the same people ruling both of them. The people that you see right there, Trump, the Edomites, the so-called white man, generally speaking. It was the so-called white man, generally speaking, the biblical Edomites running both ruling in both the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire. That's why they put the two together, even though they're two separate, sequential, not simultaneous empires, right? Not like the Medo-Persian Empire. Well, that was simultaneous. That's why they put those together. Greco-Roman, not simultaneous. It's two separate. First the Greco, first the Greek, then the Roman. So why you put them together? Because it was the same people ruling both of them. That's why they put it together, right? And everybody knows that they had a lot of alphabet stuff going on back then. The saying was, women for children, boys for pleasure. That was the saying, right? And so look, man, there's so much wickedness going on, right? So let's get that. It's, like I said, and look at the way that Ivana Trump is. What's her name? Ivana, is she Ivana? I think she's Ivana. You know, whatever, right? Look at how she dressed. She's dressed like that. That looks like some type of a uniform for a ceremony or a ritual of some sort, because that's exactly what this is. This is a ritual. That's why they had it indoors underneath of a mural with, I believe, George Washington. If you was to be standing there and look up, there's a mural of like George Washington surrounded by a bunch of Greek pagan gods, Greeks or Roman pagan gods. This is a ritual. That's why she's wearing that. And you see that her eyes are completely shrouded. Okay? She's not wearing a veil or anything like that. Her eyes are completely shrouded. And look at that dark rather masculine looking hat she's wearing. That's a uniform of some sort for this satanic ritual that's being done, where the Edomites are thinking, they know they're at the end, man, and they're thinking they're going to circumnavigate, they're going to get around the prophecies, and they're going to somehow defeat the prophecies, which what's the word I'm looking for? The prophecies which prescribe and dictate their downfall. There's a lot going on, right? So when we go over here and get this first precept, what is it? What was it? Here it is. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought. You heard how Elon Musk was talking. Listen, another thing you can keep in mind when you was listening to Elon Musk. Here, look, man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot you can pull from that, right? But another thing I want to point out to you before we get all the way deep into the scriptures, because there's a lot of scriptures here, man. Another thing I want to point out to you is that, hey, look, they are extremely excited about their plans that they're about to enact right now. They got big plans in store for right now, which is very good news for us, because that's another reason to think that that's another reason to think that we're correct about being very, very close to the end. And Yahweh Razah, look, you saw how excited Musk was. You can see the giddiness on his stupid ass face. Okay, you can hear it in his voice. You can see the enthusiasm with the way he threw up that Roman salute, right? So that's telling you they got big plans. They've been already busy. They've already been doing a lot. So if they've already been busy and they've already been doing a lot, then what do they have in store now that's got him that much more excited than he already was? How is it? They've already been doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but yet and still he's that much more excited for what they have in store now. So what is it? It's big. And Yahweh Razah, they about to go all the way with it, man. So, hey, look, these things must needs be fulfilled, and then the end shall come. When you see these things being fulfilled, lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. See? So it has to happen, right? Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Isn't that the way that Musk was talking? And their dwelling places to all generations. And by the way, he's blowing smoke and feeding you a crock of shit about them going to Mars. Right? He hadn't even been to the moon. They'll tell you out their own mouth. I haven't looked at I believe it's called the Van Allen belt, a radiation belt. They'll tell you out their own mouth, we can't get through that. We can't get past the Van Allen belt. No living organism can get past the Van Allen belt and survive. They'll tell you that out their own mouths, right? Not in the context of whether they went to the moon or not. Two separate contexts, two separate times, two separate conversations, right? Right? So if they're not talking about whether or not they've been to the moon, they'll tell you, oh yeah, we can't get through the Van Allen belt. Nothing can get through the Van Allen belt and survive. Yeah, too much radiation. Can't get through the Van Allen belt. Impossible. But then switch to another time, switch to another place, talking about the moon landing. Oh, we've been to the moon. Yeah, we've been to the moon, right? And so look, the Van Allen belt, man, is between Earth and the moon. So if you're going to say you can't get through the Van Allen belt, which is true, you can't, right? Then you cannot also say you've been to the moon, right? So they're telling you, if you pay attention, You have to put the two different conversations at different times and different places. You got to put them together. But if you pay attention, and there's a lot of evidence showing, man, that they faked that, man, and it was a terrible job. That's the reason why they haven't been back again, right? Because they never went in the first place. That's why, right? Right? But if you pay attention, they're telling you they can't. That's a lie. Okay? They can't get through. Nothing can get through the Van Allen belt and survive. The moon is well beyond the Van Allen belt, right? So that's all BS, right? Okay, but their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. That's one of the characteristics of the Edomites. That's one of the ways, many ways in the scriptures you can know who the Edomites are. There are many ways. Usually they're not multiple ones in one place. You have to get the precepts and all that. But look, I haven't done it, but I wouldn't be surprised if you got like 20, 30 or more ways from the scriptures to tell who the Edomites are. And you really only need one or two, right? But you got a bunch of them in the scriptures. And this is one of them. It's in their spirit. It's in their spirit. The Heavenly Father has put it in their spirit to name the lands that they conquer or take over after themselves. And you got the first occurrence of this. And Salaki, I'm a little bit distracted because tonight I have more company on the road than I typically have. And it causes me to be a little bit more distracted. I have to pay attention. So let me try to thin out this crowd of heathen here. Because it's like, I don't know, I mean, there's plenty of road in front of me, there's plenty of road behind me, but it's like, usually it's just one of them that's stuck on my flank, but it's like three of them right now, so give me a second to just kind of deal with them, so I don't have to be so distracted, and I should be done with that in just a few seconds. One of them's falling behind, two of them are pulling ahead, and that's good, alright? So, what was I saying? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Let me see here. They called the water Abba. They call their lands after their own names, right? And that includes the lands that we're living on today. The Americas weren't always called the Americas. The Americas used to be referred to by several different you could call them names, but titles, or you can call them names. It used to be called the ends of the earth. It used to also be referred to as the fourth part of the world or the fourth part of the earth. It wasn't called the Americas. It was named the Americas by an Edomite who was named Amerigo Vespucci. So the Americas, North, Central, and South, were named after that Edomite. And you have Africa named after an Edomite called Scipio Africanus, and you have the continent of Asia named after an Edomite named Scipio Asiaticus. See, this is what they do. And you have the first occurrence of this in the book of Genesis, the 4th chapter, and I want to say the 17th verse, right? They weren't called Edomites at the time, but this is the forefather of the Edomites, all right? Matthew 11, 13, 14, and 15, go there, and it's the easiest place in the scriptures to see that reincarnation is biblical. Reincarnation is biblical. Now, you can go to Matthew 11, 13, 14, and 15, and you can tell Yahushua, I wouldn't recommend this, but you can call Yahushua a liar if you want, right? Or you can say, well, you can start tap dancing. Well, he didn't mean that. You can start tap dancing, right? But you're going to be tap dancing a long ass time. You ain't going to be able to stop, right? Or you can acknowledge that that's pretty plain. That's plain talk, straight talk right there. You can't get any plainer than that. Yeah, reincarnation is biblical. It is, right? And so this Cain is also, well, I don't know if I want to flood you, but if you can receive it, okay, the serpent that was in the garden was not a literal serpent. It was a flesh and blood man, just as Yahushua was speaking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, and he called them a brood of vipers. He wasn't talking to literal vipers slithering around on the ground with mitris, ephods, and phylacteries. He was talking to wicked Israelites, and he called them a brood of vipers metaphorically because they were dealing and operating like vipers with deception, deceit, and wicked dealings, right? And so that serpent is a man, because Adam and Eve weren't the only two people on the earth. Man and woman were created in abundance on the 5th day. And then on the 6th day, man was given order. That's what it means that he was made in his image. And if you get that word in the Hebrew for image, you'll find out that one of the definitions for that word is to set in order, right? And that was only applying to the Adamites, starting with Adam himself, right? We're given order. We're given breathed into him, breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and gave him the understanding of the ways of Yahweh Hashem Ashad, the laws, commandments, and statutes, right? So man was given order, okay? And that order came down through the chosen lineage through Adam, right? But Adam and Eve weren't created the only two people on the earth, right? And all those who did not come through Adam were killed in the flood. So now everybody does go through Adam, because all those who do not come through Adam were killed in the flood. And only Noah survived, and out of Noah came his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and then out of Shem, Ham, and Japheth came all the nations, right? So everybody on the earth today does go back to Adam, but at that time that was not the case. So you had the top representative from one of the other nations, and he came. This nation dealt in on the left-hand side in divination and witchcraft and fortune telling. It tells you that when you look up the word for serpent, and then you get the root word, it tells you that, right? And so this was a man from this nation that operated in wickedness on the left-hand side, fortune telling, divination, witchcraft, etc., right? And he was metaphorically, for that reason, being referred to as a serpent, right? And that serpent, that flesh and blood man, being metaphorically referred to as a serpent, he died and was born back on the earth as Cain. And then when Cain was killed and died, whether it was in the flood or whether he died before the flood, most likely before the flood, he came back as Esau. See, so that serpent was Cain, and Cain was Esau. Okay, and so what I'm showing, because I'm going to show you what Cain's going to do in verse 17, and I'm showing you that that's the spirit of the Edomites, because before Esau is the progenitor of the Edomites. Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, right? So all those whose lineage, heritage, and bloodline through their fathers goes back to Esau, they are the Edomites, right? And I'm just losing somebody who wants to follow me right now. So Salakia for the distraction. And I'm just showing you that that's what's in their spirit, and it's always been in their spirit from the beginning, right? And here it is down here in Genesis 4:17. I know I said a lot. If you choking on any of that, then you need to watch more lessons, okay? And pray and fast, all right? And if you're a natural born heathen, you ain't gonna get it, all right? And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. This is a different Enoch. This is not the Enoch in the righteous line, right? Just like today, you got multiple people with the same name, right? Okay, don't get confused here. This is not the Enoch that was born in the lineage of Seth. This is a different Enoch, two different Enochs, right? This is an Enoch born in the serpent seed, right? The lineage of Cain. Two different Enochs, okay? And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch, right? So this is the first occurrence of that, and it is in their spirit. This is one of the things that they do. They just do this. This is what they do. This is what they do. It's in their spirit, and that goes right back to the end of this Psalms 49 and 11. And bear with me. I got to find some place to pull over so I can make some progress on this. Otherwise, I'm going to have another lesson series, which I'm trying not to do, but it might be unavoidable because that got a lot of thick precepts here. So let's get this Isaiah 47, right? Because that's what's going on. That inauguration, which inauguration, if you look it up, it goes into like something along the lines of commissioning, or I'm gonna go with the word commissioning. Commissioning a sorcerer or a warlock or a witch. That's what it's going. That's what it goes into. That whole the inauguration ceremony, whether it's inside or outside, this one was inside because this one was special, more so than the other ones. But whether it's inside or outside, all of them are ceremonies, man, satanic ceremonies. That's what they are, right? And then you got the all these witchcrafts and enchantments with the Rome TikTok challenge, the salutes, and just so much stuff I can't even think of. The YMCA just continuously being put in everybody's face every time Trump has any type of celebratory gathering. These village people are singing YMCA, and why does he have to be on stage with them? He's always on stage with them doing that goofy ass dance too. And he's got that grin on his face because they know the joke's on you, dumb people who don't get what they're telling you. This is Rome all over again, and all manner of wickedness and abomination is being done here. And he might make me have to get Revelation 17, but I'm going to try not to. Start at 1, go down to 5. All right, so what was I going to get? Isaiah 47. Okay? This whole chapter, man. But come on, man, I can't get the whole thing. I just want to show you this. Let's get 12. I mean, you can start up at 1, right? But let's get 12. When you come here, start up at 1. Read it, man. It's just, stand now with thine enchantments. That's what you see. All these things you see, this right here, all of the inaugurations have been enchantment, right? But they're going all in. Okay, and we're not even gonna put our left hand on the Bible this time. I'm just gonna let the Bible just sit there, and I'm gonna dangle my left hand down here because now I'm about to get busy on the left hand side like we always do. But this time I'm gonna attempt to go off script. That's what he's saying. I'm going to attempt to go off script now. You can't do that. It's impossible, right? That's why the scripture saying here, stand down with thine enchantments. You've been doing all this witchcraft, this fortune telling, this divination ever since your youth. In other words, going back to the garden. This is what you've been about, going back to the garden since your youth. Well, keep doing it. Don't stop now. You remember like when you was in trouble, you got caught doing something you weren't supposed to do. Maybe your aunt caught you or something like that. Because if your mother or your father caught you, they usually just got right in on you real quick. But I remember one time I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do, and one of my aunts walked in on me, and she just like, just keep going, just keep doing what you're doing. And she kind of backed up, and you already know what time it is. You're like, oh snap, I'm in trouble. But she said keep going, so you're going to and then you kind of half-ass keep doing it, and then she comes back in with the switch or something, right? Right? That's what's kind of being said about Esau here. Don't stop now. What's the point? There's no point stopping now, Esau. Keep doing what you've been doing. All your divination, your witchcraft, your fortune telling, all your left-hand side magic. Stand down with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. Yeah, this is what you all about. If it isn't for this, you ain't doing anything. Keep doing it. Don't stop now. Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Yeah, since the garden. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. Let's see if it's going to save you. If so be, thou mayest prevail. I see you, Trump. I see you. You got your left hand down. You're looking to go off script now, right? Let's see if it's going to work. Go all in. Go all in, Esau. Let's see if it's going to work. It ain't going to work. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, who else you want to bring? Bring them all. Let them stand up, and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, right? And bear with me a brief second. I'm gonna pause it so that I can pull over and make a little bit more progress. It's like more traffic out here tonight than typical. So give me one brief second to just get situated while I pull over so that we can boogie on this a little bit more. All right, let me try to make a little bit of progress. I think this is going to have to be an in transit, a new lesson series, but Lord willing, it won't be too long. All right. But let's go from here. I mean, because there's a lot more you could get here, all the way down, right? We can get it, right? Let's get 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. That's why we get ready to go over to Job 20. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Let's go to Job 20. And I think we'll wrap it there, and then we'll come back in a part 2 and get the other 2 precepts I was going to get, which is Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and get into that Revelation 13, and we'll see, because I'm probably going to get other precepts. The Spirit's probably going to give me more precepts. If the Spirit does, it might be more than 2 parts. So that's what happens, you know. Spirit just starts feeding me more precepts. But right now, Lord willing, that'll be all I get, and we'll be able to knock this out in 2 parts. But let's see. Let's go to this Job 20. Job 20, right? And let's get straight. I'm not going to get, you know, I did a breakdown of this chapter a while ago. You can't find it anymore because it was on my pages that got deleted, okay? But I did a breakdown in this chapter. I don't even remember how many parts it was, but it was a good number of parts, and I went into it pretty detailed, and I wish I could refer you to it because I'm not going to go into the whole chapter right now, but I can't. It's been deleted. But what we're going to do is let's get 4 to 7, and then we're going to drop down, okay? And let me since I'm pulled over, okay? Yeah, I mean, you know, just look at that, man. Look at goofy ass Trump, man. He's funny. But look at those Pop-Tarts, man. Look at the construction worker. Look at the cowboy over there. Look at that, man. You know, the supposed to be representing the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, okay? And then the Reubenites, you know, the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribes of Gad and Reuben, right? See, man, and even that's blasphemy, right? But they're putting it in your face that this is Rome, right? And in Rome, it's happy time. And they're putting it right in front of your face. That's why Trump always is on stage with them. Why would you be on stage with them doing a musical performance? Okay? Because they're making a statement. That is also why they always do it, from what I understand. And I've seen multiple clips and multiple pictures, various different venues, various different gatherings, and it sure looks like that. I'm gonna buy that, right? It's like, why do you keep singing this song and having these Pop-Tarts perform? Because they're telling you something. They're cramming it down your throat. They're shoving it in your face, and most people are just gonna make excuses or just not get it, right? Okay, come on, man. Pizzagate, Epstein, all of this stuff, right? Let's go to Job 20. I was thinking about playing some more of that. Let me. That's the okay. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Yeah. All right, let's get this here. I just want to get the end of what he said again, man, because there's a lot that he said here. Let's let it roll from here. I think this is far back enough.
Super fired up for the future.
Yep. Look at that, man. Hey, the pride, the giddiness, right? He's like a kid. He's like a kid in a candy store. He's like a kid at the toy store, right? And let me see here. Is that Job 5? If I'm gonna show you that, because Esau is likened unto a child, right? All right, and that's actually a different precept I was thinking about. All right, but we'll get that one too. I think it's no. Let me see here. There's another precept where it says that women rule over thee and children are thy oppressors, right? And it has multiple meanings. But hey, look, having Esau ruling over us is like Esau is Dennis the Menace. For those of you who've been around for a little while, you remember Dennis the Menace. Hey, he's always fucking shit up. You know, he's called Dennis the Menace because when he gets around, he's gonna tear shit up, right? And that's Esau. That's who he is. And we have Dennis the Menace ruling over us. Dennis the what? Menace. Right? Hey, he stuck that on us. He is a slanderer, you know. That's what it means to be a devil. And he has the movie Menace to Society and all that. He's the menace to the whole planet Earth. Okay? Right? And to the extent that those of our nation are menaces to society, because hey, look, he's fucked us all up. And to the extent that some of our people are menaces to society, we're menaces to society because that's what he made us. He's a menace to the planet. Okay? That's why it says children are our oppressors. He's that child. He's Dennis the Menace ruling over us, oppressing us. Okay? And then I'm going to get this precept too, if I can get it to pop up. Got, the magnifying glass is right where the controls are at. So usually got to tap it like 15, 20 times. You usually would have popped up. There it is. All right. And then, can't remember what chapter it's in. We'll come back to that. Job 30. Okay. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision. That's a veiled reference to Esau, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. We got to get a little bit more. Okay. In other words, out of care and concern for my dogs, I ain't putting them with my dogs. If I put them with my dogs, they gonna do something to my dogs, right? And ain't talking about petting them. Okay, hey, you know what it's talking about, man. Beastie. They're gonna get beastie boys with the dogs, right? So you get down here, and it's just, this is the history of Esau Edom. He is when he says it's so easy, even a caveman can do it, he's mocking his own self, making fun of his own history in your face, and you don't know it. So joke is on you. That's his history. He is the caveman. Captain Caveman. That's Esau, and he knows it. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness. You want a visual? Get the movie Quest for Fire. That's Esau's history, and he knows it. Okay, fleeing into the wilderness, and that's why, it's so easy. Even caveman can do it. Caveman, Captain Caveman and all that, right? Okay, in the Geico commercials and all that. Okay, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. That's why he's so full of pride now, because he knows where he came from. Now look at him. He's on top of the world. The basis of men. Job 9:24, Daniel 4:17. The most despicable, deplorable, lowest man on the planet. And yet here he is. Look at him now. There he is. Okay? Among the bushes, the Edomites, brayed. They had no discernible language. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. Daniel 4:17. The Heavenly Father ruleth over the kingdoms of men, and giveth the earth, and giveth it to whosoever he will, and setteth up over it the what? Basest of men. Who are these? Children of fools, yea, children of base men. That links directly up with Daniel 4:17. They were viler than the earth. See? And Job is lamenting over the fact that now he's at the bottom, but now he's going through this, and he's getting ridiculed by them. And now am I their song? Yea, I am their byword, right? And this is really a metaphor for us in this time, because that's what it is. Okay? Now we're at the bottom. Okay? This child of fools, this base man here, not just him, but him and all his brethren, and here it is, we're his byword. Okay? We're his song, right? And there's even a precept that goes into how they require of us a song. They require of us to entertain them. Sing us one of those old time spirituals, right? They require a song of us. See? And we're his song, and we're his byword. Let's get back to that Job 20 so we can wrap this up for tonight. Okay? Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the who? The wicked. The triumphing of the wicked, okay, is short. The scripture identifies the quote-unquote wicked, as the biblical Edomites. I'm not going to get that right now. Malachi 1:1 all the way down to 4, the border of wickedness. All right, First Maccabees 1. I think you want to start at like 9 or something. Like you start at 1, right? You get the history of the how the Edomites were ruling as the Greeks, and Alexander the creep, whatever you want to call him, Alexander, how he conquered everything, and then how he died, and how the kingdom was split between his four main generals. From what I understand, there was a fifth who was greater than the four, but they all agreed to kill him since he was greater than them, and then they just warred amongst themselves. So they got rid of the top dog, and then they warred amongst themselves, right? That's how Esau get down. And then it says, once this man got in power as the Greeks, that evils were multiplied upon the face of the earth. Okay, well, wait a minute. There had been other great empires and civilizations. It never said that about them. You had even the Tower of Babel didn't say that, right? And then you had the ancient Egyptian empire that was pretty prominent, man, pretty significant. Didn't say that about them. You had the Babylonians. Didn't say that about them. You had the Assyrians. Didn't say that about them. You had the Medo-Persians. Didn't say that about them either. But then now you get the Edomites getting the power first time as the Greeks. Now, for the first time ever. I wonder why that is. Evils are multiplied, greatly increased upon the face of the earth, because the wicked rather, is what I meant to say. The wicked is in power. That's why. Makes sense. Right. They're the wicked. The triumphant of the wicked. Yeah, you can apply this to other people on a lower level who are doing wickedly and therefore are being called wicked, but they're not the wicked. Somebody does something wicked, you can call them wicked. Yeah, you wicked. Yeah, you can do that, but that's a different context. They're not the wicked, right? You might even say, yeah, the wicked, that's a different context. See, that's on a lower level. That's not on a stick on you forever kind of level. When it comes to Esau, Edom, they are the wicked. That's who they are. That's who they've always been. That's who they are. That's who they're always going to be. That's who they're created to be. Right? Let's drive that point home real quick. Proverbs 16:4. Yea, Yahweh hath made all things for himself. Yea, that's right. Don't get it twisted. Close your mouth. Even the wicked for the day of evil. We're in the day of evil. And that's why the wicked is so excited. Man, he's excited.
I really will. So, and yeah. But I'm super fired up for the future.
Because he's the wicked.
It's going to be very exciting.
Not just him. Him and all his brothers. The whole nation.
It's going to be fantastic.
The whole family.
And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism.
Take that out. That's pride.
And this feeling like we're gonna make the future good.
Right. That's
we're
pride.
We're gonna make it good.
That's massive pride.
So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. Look at that giddiness. Look at that childish grin. Dennis the Menace.
Thank you again. And yeah. I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you guys.
Right. This devil, not just I'm using him right now because he's just really, he just really embodied it with the look on his face and that Roman salute. So I'm using him, but it's all him and all his brethren, the whole nation. They are getting ready to earn their keep. They're getting ready to earn their pay as the devil. They've been earning it all along. Yes, they have, but they getting ready to put this is the coup de grace. They getting ready to I don't know, man. You understand what I'm saying? They getting ready to earn their keep, man. They getting ready to seal the deal, right? That's what it's talking about here. Yahweh have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now we're in the evil day, and he's getting ready to do what he was created to do all the way to the max. This world is in store. That's why it says over here, in Revelation 12:12, see? This world don't know what it's in store for, man, right? Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Whoa, great sorrow, misery, death, and destruction to the inhabitants of the earth. What planet do you live on? And of the sea. For the devil, the slanderer, the false accuser, the calumniator, which means one who takes what's good, righteous, and holy and pure and makes it look bad, dirty, evil, and wicked, which is exactly what this man, I'm talking about him and his people, the Edomites, have done to the so-called blacks, especially, but also the so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians. See, that's what it's talking about. Okay, the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, right? So let's get back over to this Job so I can wrap that up. This is exciting, man. It's exciting for them, but it's exciting for us. All right, it's exciting for them for wicked purposes, to a wicked end. It's exciting for us on a righteous side, towards a righteous end, because these things have to happen before our deliverance and salvation. This is all biblical prophecy. Trump can take his hand off the scriptures, left hand off the scriptures all day long, as much as he wants. He isn't going to stop the prophecies. It's impossible for him to go off script. It's impossible for anyone to go off script. That's what that means in the spirit. We're going to go off script now because we know that the script has us, be destroyed, go down and get defeated, go into slavery and be destroyed. We know that. So now we're going off script. My left hand's not on the Bible, right? Can't stop it. Okay? Can't stop it. Let's get this here. The triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens with his satellites, that's as far as he's getting. You could also say on a lower level with his skyscrapers, because he gets those skyscrapers way up there, man. Right? And his head reaching to the clouds, right? That's that pride, man, right? Okay, he called it optimism. No, man, pride. We're going to make our future great, right? Pride. Yet he shall perish. So what Elon was talking about, right? Well, I'm not sure how far back that is. I think it's here. They love it.
And let me tell you, I'm going to work my ass off for you guys.
All right, but anyway, we're not going to do him again. Salakia, you heard him say it. Optimism, right? No, that's the pride, man. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach into the clouds, hey, look, as proud as he is and as much plans as he got, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Okay? Excrement. Shit. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Right? That's what they're going to say. That's what we're going to say. We're going to know where he is. Right? But let's get this. This is all very, very, man. Let's get, right? Let's get this 22, because most likely the thumbnail is going to have that a screenshot of Kikius Maximus, which from what I understand, that's a demonic entity, right? A demon god or something like that, whatever, because there's a lot of divination, there's a lot of witchcraft, there's a lot of enchantments going on, right? Okay, but none of that's working on us. None of that's working on the elect, man. Okay. In the fullness of his sufficiency, right? The fullness of his sufficiency, when everything is going exactly the way he wants it, he shall be in straits. See? This is what he's got to look at. This is what he's got to look forward to. This is what he's got in store for him, even though everything's exactly the way he wants it. Every hand of the wicked. That's why there's so many uproars and uprisings and seditions, and people are not regarding their kings nor princes. Second Ezra, I want to say the 15th chapter, right? Every hand of the wicked. Now it says wicked, but that isn't correct. It's misleading, right? When you go into it, it goes into the every hand of the laborer, the common folk, right? The common folk, right? You see here, laborer, right? Laborer, workman, right? Sufferer, right? So I don't, they translated it to wicked. I don't, why. They should have translated it to workmen. That would have been better, because that's really what it's talking about, right? So every hand, this is where you get your uprising and your riots and your protests and your seditions, which are rampant across the face of the earth today, right? Because this is being fulfilled. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Everybody wants a piece of him. When he is about to fill his belly, which that's why he's so excited, okay? And that's why the caption's probably going to say, I'm about to get my grub on, because they about to fill their belly. That's why he's so excited. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look on his face. They about to gorge themselves. That's why he's so excited. They about to get their grub on. Look at him. Right? When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Yeah, right? So that's what I'm saying. This is exciting for us for a different reason. And shall rain it, interesting choice of words there, rain it. It's gonna be raining, right? It ain't gonna be raining men for you village people. And it's not gonna be raining literal water like the first death, right? Which was the flood. It's going to be raining thermonuclear missiles, hypersonic missiles, thermonuclear ICBM missiles, thermonuclear warheads is going to be raining this time. And what happens when it rains? Well, it makes lakes and rivers, right? Well, this time it's going to make a lake of fire because it's going to be raining thermonuclear warheads, which are all going to detonate with the sound of a great noise, 2 Peter 3:10, going down to about 12, right? That's what this is talking about. I'm going to show you. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him. Yeah, the thermonuclear warheads, ICBMs and hypersonic missiles, the warheads, while he is eating, about to get my grub on, right? So while he's getting his grub on, Most High going to flood him out with warheads, right? That's that fire it was talking about in Isaiah 47. He shall flee, right, into his deep underground military bunkers, his space stations, his underground cities, his underwater cities. He's gonna flee. He shall flee from the iron weapon. That's a veiled reference, a dark saying for the warheads, the hypersonic missiles, which are transport system. Got a bunch of warheads on one missile, and same thing with the hypersonic missiles. Same thing, a bunch of warheads on one missile. Oh, the submarines too, right? They got the short range and intermediate range ballistic missiles on those, right? And the bow of steel, that's the launch platforms, mobile launch platforms, missile silos, your submarines and whatnot. Shall strike him through. This is all metaphoric for the thermonuclear destruction. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. You watching a movie and somebody gets hit with an arrow, but this arrow here is metaphoric. It's again, you ain't caught on yet, man. You ain't figured this out yet. It's the missiles, right? It is drawn. The arrow is the missiles. And somebody gets hit with a missile, Somebody gets hit with an arrow, and it's like, damn, it hit a vital organ, and they pull it out, and you can see blood gushing out, and you can see the look on their face. They might even have blood coming out their mouth, and you're like, man, that looks like that was pretty lethal. Yeah, that's what this is getting into, If you get hit with an arrow, but it's not in a vital organ, I mean, it's going to hurt, and you're going to be, a little bit disabled, you ain't going to be fight as well, but you're going to survive, and maybe you might even still fight, especially with the adrenaline, right? But if it hits a vital organ, which that's what this is talking about, then you're done. You're going to pull it out. You're going to have that look on your face. Blood's coming out your mouth. Blood's coming out the womb. And you got that look of death on your face, right? It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Ooh, where did it hit? I hope it didn't hit a vital organ. Yay, the glittering sword, also metaphorically referred to as a sword, cometh out of his gall. That's talking about vital organs. Liver, most likely like the liver, the kidneys, most likely the liver. Okay, this was a liver shot. The arrow pierced your liver. This is all metaphoric for Esau Edom being destroyed with the his kingdom being destroyed absolutely, completely, and totally and utterly desolate. Most utterly desolate. Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, by the thermonuclear destruction. That's what this is talking about. Okay? Terrors are upon him. See? And you can keep going. Oh, let's get at least one more. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire, yeah, I know about fire, not blown. Do you know about a fire that you don't have to blow on? What type of fire do you not have to blow on? You already know. I'm beating the drum. I'm driving the point home. Thermonuclear fire. You don't have to blow on that. A fire not blown. The thermonuclear destruction, which is the second death, which will come in the form of a flood of thermonuclear warheads carried over here by missiles, ICBMs and hypersonic, right? Intercontinental, short range, intermediate range, all of them, right? And that flood of missiles is going to turn America, Babylon the Great, into a lake of fire. That's what this is talking about. A fire not blown, thermonuclear fire. What's that thermonuclear fire gonna do? Shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle, because ain't nothing good coming for any of the Edomites from that point forward. Point blank, period. Woo! See? That's the time we're in, man. So look at that. Look at that, man. Go ahead. Do your dirt. Do what you get. That thou doest, Esau, do quickly. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Before I do, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shabbat, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and respect to the brothers teaching, pushing this truth out to full corners of the earth. Adwan, Brother Zad, this lesson with edifying and encouraging to your Achim and any Achwaf that may be listening and or watching. Ayashmea Kwana, Azanyim Lashemai Shemai. Let him who has ears to hear. Kwam Yasharala, Baba Kusha, Abai Baba Etha, Wakal Adawam. Shalom Lahabachariam, Shalom.